Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive, frankly fascinating dilemma in the corporate world. We're looking at exactly why the traditional compensation model is basically failing modern businesses, and more importantly, how the science of psychology gives us a clear, structured roadmap to actually fix it. Look, if you've ever managed a team, or hey, even if you've just been part of one, you know for a fact that holding on to your absolute best people is one of the hardest challenges out there. So let's explore exactly why that is.
Okay, let's hit this massive paradox right off the bat. Have you ever wondered why simply tossing a higher salary at an employee usually fails to keep them from quitting? I mean, it's a super common scenario, right? Managers naturally assume a bigger paycheck is the ultimate motivator. It feels like the easiest, most direct lever to pull when someone has one foot out the door. But time and time again, companies find that just throwing money at the problem totally fails to stop turnover. The employee takes the raise, and then boom, 6 months later, they leave anyway. So what's actually going on here?
To solve this mystery, we're going to follow a quick 5-step breakdown. First, the high salary trap. Second, Maslow's psychological pyramid. Third, fulfilling basic employee needs. Fourth, reaching self-actualization. And finally, we'll look at the Google Campus example.
All right, starting off with Section 1, the high salary trap, the limits of financial compensation. So here's the absolute crucial takeaway. Human behavior is driven by incredibly complex psychological factors, and money alone simply isn't enough to truly motivate a workforce. It is so easy for businesses to treat employment as a purely transactional exchange, just time and labor in exchange for capital. But humans aren't spreadsheets. We are complex beings with deep psychological needs. If managers really want to transform a totally disengaged workforce into a highly motivated team, they've got to understand these underlying psychological drivers. Relying only on a salary is literally like trying to drive a car by only putting air in the tires. Sure, it's necessary, but it's definitely not the engine.
Moving right along to Section 2, Maslow's psychological pyramid, a diagnostic tool.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is how modern human resource management actually takes this very famous psychological theory and applies it directly as a diagnostic tool for corporate retention. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a renowned psychological pyramid that outlines the 5 levels of needs driving all human behavior. By bringing this framework into the business world, managers actually get a structured way to diagnose exactly what an employee is missing. So, if someone is unmotivated, you don't just blindly throw more money at them. Instead, you consult the pyramid to figure out which fundamental human need is currently going unmet by their workplace.
Let's actually map out this climb, stepping through these 5 distinct levels from the ground up. Number 1, physiological needs, the absolute basics of survival. Number 2, safety needs. Number 3, love and belonging. Number 4, esteem. And finally, all the way at the peak, number 5, self-actualization. Now remember, every single person in your workforce is currently navigating these exact levels. They're climbing from basic survival all the way up to the pinnacle of human potential. And your company? Well, that's the environment where that climb is taking place. Which brings us to Section 3, fulfilling basic employee needs, the foundation. This contrast is brilliant. It perfectly illustrates the difference between merely providing basic survival needs and actually tapping into the deep psychological needs that spark true motivation. Think about what a basic salary and job security actually do, right? A paycheck lets an employee buy food and pay rent. Boom, that covers the physiological level. A secure contract prevents panic about the future. That covers the safety level. These are fundamental, absolutely. But they literally only buy you basic retention. They ensure the employee actually shows up so they don't lose their livelihood. But, and this is key, survival is not the same as passion. If you stop here, you've got an employee who is physically present, but you absolutely do not have an employee who is truly motivated.
Let's level up to Section 4, reaching self-actualization, the higher level needs.
Okay, so once those basic physiological and safety needs are firmly met by a fair salary, managers have to realize that employees deeply crave connection, respect, and that ultimate goal of self-actualization to actually stay engaged. This is exactly how you retain top talent. Top performers already know their basic needs are secure. What they're actively hunting for is a workplace that fulfills those higher tiers. They want a real sense of belonging with their team. They want esteem, meaning they want their specific contributions to be respected and recognized. And most importantly, they are seeking self-actualization, the chance to do meaningful work and hit their absolute highest potential. Honestly, if your company doesn't offer this, your best people are going to leave for one that does, completely regardless of the paycheck. Finally, let's look at Section 5, the Google Campus example, real-world application.
Google is just an incredible case study for this. They don't just use their famous campus parks as quirky, fun additions, they are highly strategic retention tools. Take a look at those communal cafeterias. They aren't just there to hand out free food. They are specifically designed to foster that level 3 need for connection and belonging. And those futuristic nap pods everyone talks about, they definitely aren't for lazy employees. By removing daily friction and actively encouraging rest, Google clears the path straight to level 5, self-actualization, allowing their teams to focus entirely on high-level innovation. They completely understand that to keep the best minds in the game, you absolutely must fulfill the highest psychological need.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, frankly critical question to evaluate your own organization's retention strategy. What tier of the pyramid does your workplace currently satisfy? Take a real hard look at how you manage your team. Are you trapped in that old mindset that a bigger paycheck is enough, merely checking off those basic physiological and safety needs? Or are you truly motivating your workforce by designing an environment that fosters genuine belonging, builds esteem, and pushes for self-actualization? The answer to that question is going to tell you exactly why your top talent is staying with you, or why they might be quietly preparing to leave. Thanks for joining me today, and hey, keep climbing that pyramid.